My name is David Daniels. I'm a professor at McCormick Theological Seminary in Chicago, and I'm one of the contributors to the volume entitled Awakening to Justice, Faithful Voices from the Abolitionist Past. My chapter is entitled Liberty, Liberty. It comes from one of the people I focus on in the chapter, James Bradley. James Bradley was an enslaved African in Kentucky who escapes and goes to Cincinnati. And while he's in Cincinnati, he's there among a group at Lane Seminary. And he describes it really almost as an oasis of freedom, because the community of whites there at Lane Seminary welcome him. And he goes and becomes an abolitionist. But the other person I focus on in the chapter is Nancy Prince. And Nancy Prince is a free-born African-American who's born in Massachusetts. She has this amazing experience for a person of the early 19th century to have lived not only in the United States, but in Russia and in Jamaica. She's a person who felt that while she lived in Russia, that she was also in an oasis of freedom. She felt that in Russia, her color was not an issue. She got to meet the Tsar and the Tsar's wife. She even sold clothes, sold, S-O-L-D, clothes to them that came out of the American and British style. She was a philanthropist, joined with some other Russians in opening up an orphanage. She worked with the Bible Society there and became an economically sufficient person. Her husband worked for the Tsar in the palace. And one thing we need to wonder is, how did Nancy Prince's experience as a black woman in Russia differ from her experience as a black woman in Boston? And then, not only was she in the United States and in Russia, this sort of oasis of freedom, but she was also in Jamaica. She goes to Jamaica because Jamaica has ended slavery. And I believe she goes there to see what is it the United States will have to do to move towards a post-slavery society. And so a question that emerges is, based on her experience in Jamaica, what did Nancy Prince identify as key components for establishing a healthy, vital, anti-racist, post-slavery society in the United States? So this chapter, Liberty, Liberty, has us look at not only a society organized around slavery, like the United States, and a society not organized around racial slavery in Russia, and then a society that has moved out of slavery in Jamaica.